What is up, guys? Welcome back to Call Me Old Fashioned, where we talk everything bourbon, whiskey, and of course, old fashions. Today, no different. Today, we're going to be breaking into a special bottle. You guys know I love me some Woodfords, mainly some Woodfords Double Oak. But we went to the store, went and picked up a bottle of the Woodfords Reserve Masters Collection, the batch proof. So I saw the 121.2 proof. Figured I had to pick it up. Got to try it. I've wanted Woodfords at a higher proof for a while. Not always as easy to get, but I found it. Now the question is going to be, is it worth the price tag? Is it worth the extra bucks, or should you just stick with regular Woodfords or Woodfords Double Oak? So we're going to dive into this bottle, give it a little taste test, try her out, and see what it's like. Yes, this video is live. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, do all that jazz, of course. You'll be able to rewatch this later if you'd like. But yeah, live stream. Here we go. You know it's going to be a good pour if the cork pop's good. Anyways, so this one's basically the same mash bill as the regular Kentucky straight bourbon from Woodford's, just foolproof, right? Straight out the barrel. So I'm interested in seeing how much of a difference it really gives. Let's check the chat before we dive in real quick. Tater Dom says, cheers. Tater Dom, welcome. Show Me the Proof says, cheers, one and all. Hey, welcome, boys. I know a lot of people are watching football tonight, but we're drinking bourbon. So let's give this one a little taste, a little nose test. Check her out. When it comes to like Woodfords, the number one thing I always get is always been like just vanilla and caramel with like little subtleties from like other things. So I'll be curious to see if this one kind of stays on track. First thing's actually like obviously vanilla caramel stuff, but it like mainly stands out like with some honey. Intense. I'll give you a quick, up close and personal with the bottle. There you go. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool looking decanter though. I will say that. As far as like how the bottle goes, even when this kind of runs out. Oh, camera's freaking out. Even when this runs out, I think this would be like a bottle I would use as a decanter at least. So let's dive into the first taste here. Okay, just first sip, first impression. I swallowed too quick because it kind of shook me. Incredible so far. Just gonna throw that out there. That's got a ton of like complexity too. A lot of spice. Nutmeg. I'm trying to like dig through the spice. A little bit of cinnamon. Some like baking spices-esque. Obviously you get the traditional like vanilla and caramel stuff. Maybe a strawberry feel. Kind of feels like strawberry. That's solid. That's money. Decent amount of oak. It's nowhere near like the double oak by any means. But I think like when you kind of look at the two, price aside, you can get the Woodford's regular, easy sip or approachable. You get the Woodford's double oak. You typically are getting that because you're wanting the high oak impact. But that one, the downside is it doesn't have the high proof. So you're basically trading out the extra oak for the higher proof, comparably as far as taste go. And this one, I don't know why, but I'm getting like this like bubblegum feel. I don't know, like it's the only way I can think of it. I don't know what note I'm getting, but I keep like thinking bubblegum. It's weird. That note that I'm picking up is weird. I can't figure out what it is. It's definitely strawberry as far as the berry feel goes. I get a very subtle, slight chocolate. It's nothing like the double oak action, but it still like has that traditional like Woodford's cocoa in there, like bitter chocolate. So I think we're gonna have to do a little bit more than that baby pour that I did. As far as the finish goes so far, medium. I'm not gonna say it's super long, but give me a minute. You know, let me sit on it for a second. But so far, I'd say it's probably in the medium range. It's decent though. Like it's got a lot more complexity on it. I'll say this bottle has more complexity than I thought it was gonna have. I thought it was gonna have 3 to 4 like solid notes because it really just is the same mash bill, the same barrels as the regular like $30 Woodfords. It's just barrel proof. You know, you going from 90 to 121. You should get some more complexity. You should get some more tasting notes in there. But overall, I mean, you're talking like how much difference, you know? I think I'm going to be standing corrected. It's got a ton of difference. So, yeah, I mean, that's definitely honey and strawberries for sure. Slight little like bitter chocolate. I don't know what. Maybe there is a tasting note in here for bubblegum. It's the only way I can describe it. I don't know what it is. But then yeah, basic stuff: vanilla, caramel, a little cinnamon, a little nutmeg. It does have a good spice level though. I will say that. Kind of lit my palate up when I first took a sip though, but I'm here for it. This is not my completely first drink of the night, but I warmed up a little. I'm not sure. I wish I knew. Somebody know what the bubblegum tasting note is? It's good. This is really good. The question though is the price, you know. This is also only a 700 milliliter bottle, right? Most people are used to either 375 or 750 milliliters, or obviously just actual liters. For 700, it kind of feels like they're just trying to shave off a couple shots out of it. You know what I mean? I don't know if I necessarily like that. Maybe it's because of the shape of the bottle. I don't know. Woodfords, let me know on that. The question is, at the end of the day, is it worth the price? It's hard for me to say in general. A bottle over $100 is that ever worth it? It depends on if you're looking to spend that much. If you only had $100, would you go out and buy something that expensive, or would you kind of try and fill your bar? I'm going to stand corrected on that finish, by the way. It's definitely on the longer side. The longer it sits, kind of sits like right in like the front of your throat, like, well, the back of your throat, but you know what I mean? Like at the top. And it just kind of sits there with this nice little, like, even burn, like a little heat. I'm here for that. The question is it good in an old fashioned? I don't know if I want to dump this into an old fashioned though. You know, I definitely feel like this might be one of those bottles that need to be, drank neat. I'm not mad at the purchase. You know, sometimes you spend a good amount of money on a bottle and it doesn't like sit right with you. It just doesn't like hit home, right? And you're like, if you don't like an expensive bottle, it makes it even worse. I like this one a lot. I'm going to say just for like a special, like most people are going to not, I drink special stuff all the time for fun. That's just me though. Some people are going to have a bottle for special occasions. Some people's going to have their daily drinkers, their weekend drinkers, their Friday drinkers, stuff like that. I definitely would say this would be decently priced for a special occasion bottle. It's got the proof, has the flavors. I do think I'd have to say like you gotta be a Woodford's fan, right? I love Woodford stuff. So if you like that mash bill, you like their regular Kentucky straight bourbon, then this bottle would be an okay thing to buy for the price wise, for like a one-time kind of thing, just to have on your shelf as like an impress me shot. I think a lot of people, if they kind of sat down, took a sip of this, and they didn't know what they were drinking, they were like, wow, that was really good, especially if you didn't know the price tag. So price kind of ruins a lot of things for me. You know, I love a good $50 bottle. When you start getting above 50, 75, that's when you start really critiquing it to be like, is it worth it? The bubblegum note, I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that note in particular, but I think if I sat down, really sipped at it, I could probably pull out whatever it actually is. Sometimes doing it live isn't always the easiest. So let me check back in the chat real quick. Show Me Proof says, cheers and happy New Year's. North Florida in the chat says, good evening. Cheers. Tuxedo says, 121 proof. It's too much. It's never too much. Never too much. I love the proof. I'm not trying to be a proof snob, but sometimes I like some higher proof stuff. Tux says 66 proof is much better. I disagree. North Florida says, when it is empty, will you buy again? That's one way to know if it's worth it. I think I'm probably the weirdest person to be able to answer that kind of question because I don't buy a lot of bottles twice in general. Simply because I have so much, right? Like, and that's not like to be like, oh, look at me, I have a lot of bottles, but it's more of like, I'm always trying to try something new. I think the easiest way for me to answer that, because I don't know if I would buy this one in particular, right? Because this is the 2024 edition. I may try the 2025. I would be more interested in trying like some of their other variations of the Masters collection. I would be okay with that. Like I know at the Total Wine that I picked this up, they have a Moderna cast finish. I may go pick that up, right? It won't be right away, right? Because I don't think spending that kind of money that frequent on a bottle is necessarily worth it. But next time I'm there, when I'm looking for a little bit more of a higher end bottle, I may pick up like the Moderna cast finish. May look towards their 2025 when that comes out. Maybe I'll check a couple reviews. Maybe I'll see if it's drastically different, right? If it's the exact same, I probably won't. I'd probably, because I already have it, you know, when it's out and it's gone. I don't know necessarily if I would replace this one. I'd be looking to see like, is there a different version I could try? Because I think things like this, right? A special edition 2024 Masters Collection, I think that's to be enjoyed one time, right? Enjoy the bottle, sip the bottle, don't down the bottle or take shots or anything crazy, but enjoy the pours. But once it's gone, I think that's when you lay it to rest anyway, and you go get the next best bottle as well, right? So I think for me, if this was like just a standard and they were never making any other variations, I probably would pick it up again. But because I know the Masters Collection slightly changes as the years go, I want to look at what else they do in the Masters Collection. So I guess you could say yes, but in like a weirder way. So, because I really did enjoy that pour. I love the cork pops. Real cork gets extra points with me. So this is obviously like a hand-picked barrel or barrels that they blended, right, to come up with this batch. So Master Distiller, I don't remember her name. I think it's Elizabeth, right? Is it Elizabeth? Maybe. I could be completely wrong. Let me see if I can find it. Nah, I don't know. I don't know where it's at. Anyways, so let me know your thoughts. Is this a bottle that you'd pick up? Are you willing to spend the price tag for a higher proof Woodford's, or is that just like a waste of money to you? Obviously, let me know down in the comments below. But that's where we're going to go ahead and end the professional video, and we're going to get back to the normal live stream because I'm going to cut this up. So. We ride it down, boys. Tuck says, hey Tater, how's Florida? Or hey Florida. Tuck says 66 proof is the best proof. No shot, bro. No shot. 66 proof? I'd be punching air. I'm not gonna say I'm a proof snob, but like you gotta give me at least 90 to like shut me up. You know what I mean? Like I'll enjoy some like 88 proof, you know, some 80 proof stuff every once in a blue moon. But most of the time, I mean, my preferred proofs are really going to be around that 100 to 115. So I like things higher than that. I like things lower than that. It just depends on, you know, kind of how I'm feeling for the day. So anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and actually, I'm going to shut this one down. I'm going to reopen in a late night pour. So if you guys are watching this after the fact, feel free to tune in Fridays, 9 p.m. or sometimes Saturdays around 9 p.m. as well. I do these late night pours. We just kind of hang out, we chat with the chat, have some drinks, make some cocktails, we have some fun. So I'm going to shut this down for now. I'll be back on maybe 5-10 minutes, and I will see you boys on the other side. Peace.